Okay, guys, well, the video is complete. We have edited. Daniel has done all of his magic special effects. It has been sent to the record label. The band has seen it. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for everybody to see it. You will see it after this portion. But before we get to that, me and Daniel wanted to run you through our process of editing and how we got to the final product. So the very first thing that we went to work on was the green screen footage, because that's a lot of tedious work for Daniel, and it's going to take him a lot of time to work on. So I wanted to get him the clips that I was going to use in the music video as fast as I could, so that he can start working on those. And while he's working on those, I would be editing the band portion of the video. So let's first go into the green screen footage here, and let me show you how we picked clips and edited it down for the video. Now, when I edit a little bit differently. I take all the footage from all the cards, lay it completely out on the timeline so that I can watch each clip that way and pick the things that we need for the edit. So, Daniel, this first clip is what we call a plate, which is when you shoot you kind of shoot the scene with nobody in it.
Yeah. Well, basically, you're shooting the environment, so that way you can take away all the green and just use the environment portions. So, for example, if I had like a 1920 by 1080 video clip, I can add those plates on the sides and make it more like a 4,000, 3,000 width with those video clips attached. Because in a lot of the shots that we shot, the ground kind of cuts off on the corners, and it's just, we can't use that. We have to put that somewhere. So those plates help extend the set, so we can just move around in 3D space and just have a little bit more, options. If
Right.
You will.
And this here is another example of another plate where we had the wood sticking up out of the ground, and that could be used as a kind of a foreground element that you could also animate and move, right?
Right. And just a lot of green screen is just distracting your eyes. Let's say there's you don't want to say, but sometimes you'll have like a bad green screen and you need to distract the eyes to a different portion of the screen. If you put something in the way or hide it with maybe like a camera trick, you can use things like plates to help you. And the other thing too with the plates, what you could do instead of, we're in the DSLR world, so what you could do instead of actually recording actual video clips is you can snap a photo. And the other place where that can help you too is if you've snapped a photo in between takes, you can actually use the camera information from the photo to help in designing your shots in After Effects. So you can set the same camera angles and camera depth of field, things like that. So it can play in a couple different ways to help you by taking pictures in between shots.
Pictures or video, just still video blank of the scene without the actors and the characters in it from different angles.
Right.
So you'll see some of that throughout our video footage. But for me, for my editing process, I just go through each clip, and whenever I see the area that I want, he's about to wake up, and bam, like that's all I need out of that clip. Cut, and go to the next one. And then these were plates for Daniel, which I don't need, so I'll get rid of those instantly.
And really, where this
plates.
helps me out. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, where this helps me out is because we've got 4K footage, and it really kind of bogs down the computer. After Effects isn't, or at least my machine wasn't too crazy about the 4K footage. So by cutting things down, it actually helped speed up my workflow as well as speed up yours, because I can work on the project at the same time you are. And
that's the big reason why I need to edit. Like, there's 35 minutes of green screen footage we have here. And if I said, hey, Daniel, can you just key all that out for me real quick, and I'll pick what I want later, that would take a month, years, who knows. So instead, I need to get Daniel exactly the clips that I'm going to use in the music video so that you you can just use those clips. Because even if a 10-second clip has an extra 5 seconds you're not going to use on it, that could take like a half an hour of rendering in After Effects or a lot of your time. So what I did is went through and cut out all the, cut out all the bad stuff. And then you can see on this next timeline here is where I've gone through and I've cut out all the unusable clips that I didn't want to use. And at this point, it's really decision making, and also some things I'm looking for, like in this instance. There was this shot right here. It's a good shot. I like the shot, but I know that because of the way the dress is back here in the corner, this is going to be a lot of work for Daniel and After Effects to make that look good. We could crop it here, but then she's going to be too close to the frame. So if I just go down to the next shot here, bam, like that is a better option, because I know that you will have a less trouble keying this shot out than you would this shot. So when I'm going through editing like this, these are other things I'm looking for. Is like, I know I need to get Daniel clips that are easy for you to work with, and not going to be a lot of extra work for you.
And that's a good mark of a good editor, especially when you're doing sending things off to graphics, is that the editor a lot of times will look out for those things for you, where he saw that shot was unusable. Now, some people will argue and say, oh, you can use everything, in motion graphics, you can do anything, but that comes with some truth. But the fact of the matter is, you can pretty much do everything. You just gotta consider time. Is that time effective?
Right. And me and Daniel are friends. It's not like I want to give him the hardest work there as possible. So this is just one more quick example of that shot. Like, if you see in this shot here, I know that this area back here where the tape is at is going to give you a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So bam, go to the next shot, and I move the camera and block that from the view. So now you can't see it. So the final product, but when I was ready to send my footage to Daniel, is right here. And this is maybe 15 clips, tells the story, and these are the clips that I wanted to go in the music video. And as you can see, they're edited down to 55 seconds. So that was the first step in the process, was to go through all the green screen footage and look for the easy shots that Daniel wouldn't have a whole lot of trouble with, but still tell the story. So from there, I gave those to Daniel. He was able to work on those and do all his effects, and then that's when I started working on editing the actual band footage, which we will go into next.